What's up, Pisces? This is Jesse with 44 Asher with a full moon tarot reading for the full moon coming up on May 23rd. This full moon is going to be at 9:53 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be at 2 degrees Sagittarius, which will put it in the 19th mansion of the moon. It's not the greatest mansion of the moon. I'll put a picture of it up. If you are doing rituals around the moon, and if you are doing any type of magic or rituals, it better revolve around the moon or you ain't doing it right. I wouldn't be participating unless you're trying to defeat someone in battle. Now, if you're trying to have a really nice garden, that's a good thing to do, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's time to be gardening. The astrology right now, if you are a Pisces ascendant, if you do not know your ascendant, go watch my video on looking up your natal chart in my astrology section. You will need to know exactly what time you were born down to the minute. You'll need to know the date, and you'll need to know where. And then you can look up your natal chart and know your ascendant. And then you would want to watch that sign, and then the astrology will make more sense. If you are a Pisces ascendant, that moon is going to be in your 9th or 10th house. That's the house of travel, your philosophy, higher learning, wisdom. 10th house is how you make money, like your job. So that's where the moon will be. But the moon is really kind of over there by herself, and she's opposite the sun, which is in Gemini, which is details and like knowledge compared to wisdom, which would be Sagittarius. And big picture is in a conjunction, or a stellium, which is 3 or more conjunctions in a row, which means they're right there on top of each other within 8 degrees. Sun, Jupiter, Venus, Uranus, all good planets all together. It's a nice concentration of beautiful energy right there right now. If you are a Pisces ascendant, that's your third or fourth house where that's at. So you're talking your communications, your learning right now may be very well received, or you may be able to learn about something new that's going to be very beneficial to you. If it's your fourth house, the house of your home or your mother, you may have some good news about your mother. You may buy a home, or you may get some good news about your home, or you may change your home in some way that makes you feel better. Or your inner world, your emotions start improving in some way if you need them to. Or you start feeling really nice emotionally and confident. Be bold, make the first move. Uh-oh. What we got going on here, Pisces? Well, if you have a love interest right now, you should be into that. But anyway, that's a concentration of lucky planets around those houses for you. Your thoughts are probably going to be on like your philosophy on life, traveling, maybe even foreign language, or your work, right? And if the thoughts are there, you're going to want to think about how to implement them where the sun's at, where Gemini is, where the details is, or are. And it could have to do with around money. It'd be a good time to ask for a raise, right? Or if you might get an opportunity to have a new job to make more money. Don't pass that kind of stuff up. This is good energy for this right now. And with the houses that you're going to have lit up with this, the axes that are going to be lit, it has to do with work and home, money, communication, learning, wisdom, all these things. Those are all going to be lit up and nice. You don't want to lean too much either way. You want to have the big picture, but you also need to work out the details. Don't just have the big picture and expect it to come true. You need to know the details. And if you're not a detail-oriented person, work with people that do like to do the details. We're great together. We're social people. We're social animals. So it's good to have people, if as long as you trust them, right? It should be all good. Sam, be bold and make the first move. Some of you might be admiring somebody. Or you need to go make that first move, like asking for a raise or something like that, or promotion. It could be that kind of thing. But we'll see what the cards say. They'll give us a better idea. Oh, it doesn't want to go to the top, so we're just going to throw it in there. Wanted to stop right there. Some kind of arguments are squabbling, crossed by an offer of peace or love there. So that's pretty much taken care of. That could be, I think, if there is some kind of argument, you're going to have to be the person that steps forward and makes amends. But Pisces are generally very good at that. Very emotionally mature people. They get their emotions stomped on a lot by people, which is bullshit, but pardon my French. But they're very sweet people, almost always. So if you're heavy Pisces, and service is kind of your life, so I would say that being first to offering up an apology or to open up shouldn't be difficult for any water sign, to be fair, except Scorpio probably. They're a little bit more suspicious, so it's hard. They're am I going to give up any power by being the first to express my feelings? Am I opening myself up? Be bold, make the first move. So whatever this situation is, you need to make the first move on, or you need to go. You're trying to accomplish something, do something, or you're trying to get a relationship, anything like that. You just need to make the first move. Whatever it is, you just got to start. Whatever this is, start or start working at it, and it's going to work out in your favor. It looks like it has something to do with an argument or people squabbling or some like dissension of ideas. But it's crossed by a Knight of Cups, which could easily be a Pisces, male or female, offering up love. So bring love into that situation. Be bold enough to step up and be the one that says, hey, we can approach this a different way, right? Some people don't know how to learn any other way than through conflict. And that's honestly how most of us learn, is through conflict. But you can learn the other way too. It's just that most don't or can't, because like everything around us that teaches us anything is all based off fear. Fear is motivation. So it's hard as people to, even just when we're interacting with each other in small groups or even just one-on-one, to like take the road of love instead of adversarialism, conflict, that type of stuff, because that's what's taught to us. That's what's all around us. And that's what, that's what gets the clicks, the drama. But that ain't how it has to be. I promise you. You're crowned by the Chariot. It's a Cancer card. That could be a Cancer that's offering that up to try to soften the situation. It could be someone exterior to you trying to soften this situation up, and you need to accept, kind of thing. But it could be you. It's most likely you offering the heart forward to try to help. Could be a move. Could be a new car. Could be like you need to bite the bullet. Go get that new car. But it's most likely it could be moving forward in some way, like really moving forward. But it could also be literally moving or traveling. So that could be what it's saying too. And be bold, make the first move. Literally move. Like literally go. Literally go travel to do what it is that you need to do. Go actually move. That type of thing. It could be saying go move. Go travel. If that's what you're hesitating on, go do it. Or if you want to move house or move locations, do that. I mean, this card behind you in the recent past, this Knight of Wands, could be a person in your life, fire sign individual, is riding away from you. I mean, it could be an aspect of you, something that you were passionate about and are no longer passionate about because it's like moving away. Or it could be a fire sign in your life that's moving away or trying to leave, that type of thing. And in the basis, you got another fire sign, male or female. It's like your unconscious influence. It's all around you. It's unconscious. So this person is influencing a lot of what you do. Probably this one too. But this is saying you need to step forward and do what you need to do for you. And it's going to be different for every Pisces. It's a general reading. It looks like bringing love to the situation is like the key to it all, though. Right here in the middle. You have to make a final judgment. And if you don't make that final judgment, there's a final judgment coming. That's why it's saying be bold and do it first before it's done unto you. That type of thing. Whatever the situation is, you need to make a judgment, decide what you really want, and then take the steps forward to try to accomplish it before that decision is taken from you in some way. That's the aspect of being confident and moving forward, right? And taking the step forward. And it's saying it's going to be swift. It's coming. It's coming very soon. So you make the first move or somebody else is going to make it. So it's you right now, shining like the sun. Like this is a good, like I said, this is a good time for creating whatever it is that you want. Whatever it is you want to do. Right now is the time to manifest it. The sun can help you right now. It's benefic. Whatever you're trying to bring forward and create, it will be, as long as you take care of the details, right now is a good time to do it. Because in your environment, it's something sudden. So it's like you had to either move house or something happened to your house or there's like damage to your house, anything like that, or just a sudden happening. Bad weather, like terrible weather may have happened recently all around you. There's been a lot of bad weather around. And that could have like flooded something or done some kind of damage in some way. But it could just be a sudden happening. Or it's what's coming. That's why you have to make the first move. You need to be that person that does this. Otherwise, it's going to be done for you. Straight up. Advice is saying save your money. So if you are going to make whatever this big change is or this move, you're going to need money for it. So save it. Looks like you're worrying about it. I mean, that's what we do as people, but it's our choice to worry this much. Now, if you're having bad dreams, that's a little bit more difficult, but that still can be worked out as well. It's still an aspect of you. It's just the unconscious aspect. And, dream pathology is a little bit more difficult, understanding the symbolism and like really tracing it to what is going on in your actual daily life. But if you actually do the work, start writing down your dreams, understanding the main symbols that were there, start looking up kind of what those symbols are supposed to represent, and then start looking at your daily life. What happened that day? What happened the day before? Any major event, and seeing if they correlate. Because The symbolism will be unique to the individual. There can be correlations sometimes, and things can mean the same, but you'll be surprised how often they're very nuanced to the individual. So that's why you want to see your exact life, how it happened, and even take your own biases and beliefs into account, because you may have a specific thought or belief about what that symbol should mean already, and then just because someone else says it means something else, it doesn't mean it's going to mean that for you in your dreams and in your unconscious. So this can be worked out too. And of course, if you're making a big change like this, whatever this is, and you're making this first move, there's going to be worry involved. But sometimes you just got to take the risk. And that's where the fruit is, right? Out there on the edge of the tree, out there on the edge of the limb, where it's not so safe to stand. It's funny how it's those people that are courageous enough to take the big risks in life to get the big rewards. Make no mistake. You look at anybody that's like super rich, super famous, unless they already inherited it, they took some kind of big courageous risk, almost always. And this any risk you take right now is probably going to be beneficial. I mean, Saturn is still in Pisces, so that's rough. But he's not really doing a lot to really hurt anything right now. The astrology is really beneficial for like building something, a big idea, and building it from the ground up. Paying attention to the details. Have an idea of what you want. Take care of the details. Don't forget the details. And also don't forget the big picture. Understand the motivation of why you're doing what you're doing. It's important. Anyway, Pisces, it's all going to work out, especially if you bring love in a situation and do whatever this is the right way. And everything's going to be just fine. Don't let it worry you so much. Save your money. Especially if like bad weather comes and like does something to your house or something like that. You want to have money saved up just in case. And some of you could be moving, like maybe you recently moved, and that's what's kind of on your mind there. Or maybe you have to travel for work, or maybe you're getting a new vehicle, that type of thing. All right, that's all I have, Pisces. Be bold and make the first move. Be courageous. Please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. Also, click that notification bell. I think a lot of people don't find their way back to my channel after finding it the first time, because most people are waiting for that recommended, like on your main page when you load up YouTube, just recommended for you. And if you do that, a small channel like mine, it's probably not going to get recommended to you every time or even that often. Or if you even overlook it once, it won't come back. So, but if you hit that notification, every time I upload, it'll tell you. And you'll know that I uploaded. And you can come directly to the channel. I do this on the new moon and full moon every single month, twice a month, because tarot doesn't exist without astrology. Like, it's based by sign. So it's tertiary to the fundamental, which is astrology, which is the fundamental science that all this is based off of. So that's why I do it on the moons. Turn on the notification and you won't miss it. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it would mean a lot to me. But either way, I'm glad that you're here and that you viewed the video for however long a time, and I hope to see you here again, Pisces. Happy full moon.